recording as well.
Kind of involved.
Can I ask one question to the complainants? Do you guys have a video of your own?
Yeah.
You guys have a video?
uploading it
Awesome, because I
currently.
just want to make sure you're aware the burden of proof's on you on that one. I'll show you my video. Hold on. Alright, so your exact complaint is that we... Okay, wait, what? Wait, I'm trying to understand what their complaint is. Seeing as I'm the one who clapped them.
From my understanding from hearing it, they were all involved, so they can't take part in actually doing the case. But from my understanding, it sounds like they had a hostage, and you guys kind of just rushed in and did not give two shits.
Okay, so let me give you, as I'm uploading this, let me give you the
That's
verbal
what I'm
submission.
hearing.
Videos
Yeah, that's
already.
what Scott, as I'm
know.
uploading it, I'm just saying I'm going to explain what happened anyway.
No one's in trouble yet.
I know, I'm not worried. I just want you guys to be aware of what occurred.
I'm just saying, I just want both sides, you know.
Yeah,
'cause
absolutely,
if it
man.
does look bad on their end, on you guys.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I
Hold on. Sorry, I need to get in the car.
just want to-
Hey, I need to get in someone's vehicle. I'm dealing with this.
Yep, get him on.
Okay, there you go. I'm in a vehicle. Alrighty. So, the only reason any hostage was not honored. Hold on, Derek, mute armor. Hostages weren't honored because there were already shots fired at the scene when I arrived. So I can't speak to what the PMC did and how he initiated, but our PMC that we contracted was already down at the time when I arrived.
Oh, we'll see this here. Did you guys shoot first?
Nope. That I'm aware of, I did not shoot first. I was waiting for... I came into a scene where my PMC had just... What? What? He just fucking asked me. Just fucking asked me.
Alright,
Just
we're
few
gonna move you
seconds,
guys that way, and that way. Alright, cool.
The PMC that
Sorry, I
died,
thought
was he
you were-
contracted?
Yeah, he was contracted. I was Phantom.
Was he the only
Or
PMC
Phoenix, I mean.
on?
What? Yeah, I'm not sure actually. He wasn't contracted for
I'm pretty
peacekeeping.
sure
He was contracted for
PMCs
individuals. But also I wasn't the
um,
one who contracted, so you have to ask someone else.
Didn't they change the rules on PMCs?
Yeah,
have
you
to have,
you can't do.
multiple?
Yeah, I'm not going to debate what the PMC did because I don't know. I'm only speaking to my own actions.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It sounded like, from what they were saying, is the PMC was walking in, disregarding it.
Oh, that's his fault. He needs to provide evidence of that on his end because that's not my own action.
Even
yeah.
even that, and doing banks here and other servers. I mean, a cop showing up or otherwise, for all I'm aware, that's a second hostage that was already shot. Like,
guys
he
submitted-
showed up as a man was shot out front. Like,
So that's what I literally don't. Yeah, there's no way.
gone.
All I did was roll up and there were shots being fired at an active bank robbery. Therefore, I walked in the back, saw that there was a hostage as an armed man walks in front of me, and I shoot him.
I have a feeling the PMC is going to take the fall on this one.
Well, I mean, there's no rule that stops him from walking into a bank if he just got shot. They still got to initiate.
Oh.
If he's not contracted, he's a civilian.
Yeah, on top, there's two different. If he wasn't contracted, then he's still clear. There's two different little fuckity bits there. Good point, Jeff.
This is why I avoid being a staff, because I know what I'm talking about.
You're literally a monitor.
Well, yeah, in their video, they're already guilty.
Yeah. So did they prove it themselves?
No, they shot. We were contracted with PMC, correct?
Yeah, that's what I've been told by everyone. I'm not the one who made the contract, so I can't say whether it was done correctly. But yes, to my knowledge.
Apparently, they sent Ghost and Scott a video.
Yeah, so if we were contracted with PMC, then they're in the wrong anyway. They engaged.
I just know that someone's in the wrong here. Just trying to figure out who was the whole thing.
There's no one really in the wrong here. They shot they shot and killed PMC in the beginning of that video.
Yeah. Oh. Alright. So, here's Jones. Hey, Jones, help us out with this case. Hastings, Karim, and Nugget are all involved at doing a bank robbery, okay? Alright. Here we go. So, they sent me their video. Wait, Small Taco. Who's Small Taco? Small Taco.
From what I'm seeing right now, I mean, Insurgent can open fire
300?
on you know, a
600.
PMC.
600? Okay, wait.
If he's
Oh, he just
fully
got off
dressed
the
as a
roof. Oh, no, wait,
PMC,
no,
but
no,
they
no.
made
See
no
what that-
mention or intention of
Oh, he
speaking
hit
to
me.
him. They didn't like he died at
Oh,
a
you
car
sprayed him.
in front of the bank. He didn't go in the
You're right.
bank on the video.
That's down the road.
But they didn't try and talk to him. They didn't do anything. They shot him outright, which in the
At the
rules
same
they can,
time,
Yeah,
which
there's
in
at
the
least
rules they
one.
can
He-
do. But as a
he
cop
went
rolled up,
down the
all he
ladder,
saw
but,
was
he
gunfire
just
go out and a
player.
Nah,
PMC
dude,
die.
I'm out.
Oh, wait,
So
wait,
at that
wait.
point,
Have eyes on the-
that could be the hostage. That could be somebody else.
yeah,
They've already engaged in aggression.
yeah. The only issue I have is why the fuck was the PMC up there in the first place? There's a hostage taking it. Walk up to the front of the gate.
I mean,
you know?
they did not.
Seek
Okay,
him out.
so no one saw them announce before they already were engaged a hostage in chat. Once they got shot at, they announced they had a hostage. But before that, there was no he had no knowledge of that. He was just walking up to a bank.
They announced it afterwards.
I said no one had noticed. I'm not stating that there's no chance they had announced it beforehand. No one had noticed if they had announced any hostages before that. So he would have been going up with no knowledge of that. Not to say they didn't. I don't think they did, but I'm not gonna
I mean, I
make
can go back in the logs and check it.
Yeah,
but
go ahead. That would be much better to know because
let me
I can't
see-
speak
let
for
me see,
certain on
watch the
that.
video and see if it's in the video.
Yep, I have the entire before it was even initiated, so you'll be able to see.
Yeah, their video doesn't show it, but it shows the PMC dying outside the walls.
Ghost, do you want
And-
to send me that video?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mine's
thank you.
52% uploaded right now. I'll have to process.
From me watching, when he comes around to shoot at this guy, mind you, I don't see the video earlier. The PMC is running away from the gate of the bank, and then starts going back to get behind cover of the car when he gets shot at.
Which also you'll be able to see in my video when I egress, I hear shots. So, and we have the PMC telling us that he's being shot at. So, that is me just going into an active situation and not aware of a hostage at all. So even if I made a mistake here and there happened to have announced it, it is very much so clear in the video I'll present that I didn't know there was a hostage or something until I got in the bank and was shooting someone.
Okay, let's watch this.
Are we watching Boho?
No, mine's 74% done.
We're
Almost.
still watching.
So, here, I'm trying to
Tacos has
confuse-
nothing other than the fact that he engaged on somebody without talking, and the guy looked like he was walking.
Alright, videos processor.
All right. They sent me a screenshot of them having a hostage. Okay.
Yeah, no one's
Okay.
denying they had a hostage.
No. Where they sent it through global beforehand.
I can tell you right now they had a hostage. That's not what.
Is he Civ or is
No.
he Indy?
The hostage or the combatant?
No.
The buddy? Wait, were one of them playing it?
I think some of them are indie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kareem says Civ, and he killed Phoenix
Oh, that's
PMC.
just a glitch. Yeah. They think.
But
he's
is he
indie.
actually Indy?
I don't know. That's a glitch where it can say Sid when it's actually indie.
I mean, every time I've killed somebody, it always says Indies.
All right, they weren't in depth. They went to the terrorist camp and bought clothing that made them.
So they engaged a PMC who didn't engage.
So they're just.
All right.
So they engaged a PMC and murdered him
But they're not even indies.
without talking or
All right,
initiating.
to be completely honest, when you're robbing a bank and someone walks up there, they have a gun and they're PMC or
To be
cop,
completely honest, it is still
It's still already
not
in.
in the rules.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not. It's not in the rules that says if you're
especially-
armed. and walk
It's
up.
not in the rules that you can murder them outright, and if they're expecting a negotiation, they should be expecting someone to walk up and talk to them at.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If they were expecting to negotiate, they wouldn't have just blasted the first guy to walk
That's
up.
also the guy who I've never seen any negotiator come out with a gun.
That's not true. I have all the time, especially in this game
What?
in Pakistan, all the
But
time.
I'm saying
even if they do, if the other side shoots first, then you're 100% vindicated. But they
I'm not
killed
saying
him
rules
first
are broken,
without
I'm
speaking.
saying, hold on, Jesus. I'm not saying rules are broken right now. I'm simply just saying that what I'm thinking at least is that it was just really shittily done from both sides.
Not from my side. I would
Realistically,
argue
there
we
should
did a
have never
great
been a
job.
PMC anywhere close to that. Realistically, there should never have been anywhere walking up. Out of all the people to walk up first to the bank, a PMC, seriously? A PMC is gonna do the negotiation?
When
No.
we have snipers in the hills, yeah, absolutely. We're not allowed
I
active
mean,
combat.
if he wasn't told to do the negotiation,
He wasn't told to negotiate. No.
well, but
Then
that's
he
what I
should
mean.
not
So
have
at
been
that
there.
point, it's not a blue 4 issue. He
Yes.
walked up, but he's not breaking server rules by walking up. They still have to initiate and speak with him. As a civilian, I can walk in the bank anytime I please, whether you have guns or not. It's your job to tell me hands up or die. You're now an extra hostage.
Whether he's contract. Where's the PMC one that? He was contracted by.
Yeah. And
So
if he was contracted and he went there and they engaged him without negotiating or talking, then they engaged Blue 4 under.
Here we go. Civilians may only use the threat against others if they are facing immediate death or arrest from the other player, and that I think would immediate death. The gun's running. He's purposely going there to go to the bank. There's no other reason to go there besides to help either side, and they did not hire him. So therefore, he must be on the other side, or he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, which would classify as crossfire.
Hold on. So excuse me. Can I interject respectfully here?
Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
we? I really. This is a totally valid debate to have. It's just not the
Yeah.
issue that was being acquitted with me. So.
Well, I mean, someone did something at least gray area or wrong for this entire situation to have happened. And
Yes.
at this point, I'm assuming it's the PMC, and if not, then we have to go from there.
Their argument though is that the hostage's life wasn't valued, but when police showed up near the scene, they shot first. So at that point, whether the PMC's in a gray area or not, like gray area is not illegal, it's just a gray area.
Yes.
But it might be bad timing, but their
But we
argument
also
that
need to figure out
blue,
how to stop it from the future.
well, you can't. That's the thing about gray areas. Unless you specifically say the minute somebody says when the bank's being robbed, anything within 800 meters is KOS.
Yeah, with a weapon out, you
That's
can
not what
just
I'm
gap
talking
them.
about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, no, but how would you prevent it? That is a fair question Joe's asking.
Not like a rule. I'm just saying we can figure out exactly what happened,
Okay.
and then go from there. So that way, both sides, hey, maybe we can prevent it this way.
I see what you're
With
saying.
a maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm gonna shove a rule into the
No,
rule
chill,
book saying
chill.
you
No,
can't do
I get what
this.
I get what
Okay.
Joe's saying. That's a fair way to address it
Jesus.
too. You have to admit,
Is
it
it
would be an
okay if
accurate way to
I-
address it.
I'm just saying the only way to avoid entirely in the future would be a rule, but
Yeah, but I mean that it's a gray area, so it's not like we're gonna force a rule down there, else we'd have a million rules.
Give
But
your
if we can
video.
say,
Oh,
hey,
it's
Blue 4,
processing 74% now. It's almost done.
if we let Blue 4 know, hey, keep PMCs away from the fucking bank, perhaps, or when they're hired to do anything with the bank, please have them in your Discord or something like that.
They
like,
were in the
please,
Discord.
please,
He was.
right?
You'll hear the comms.
Okay, then the
Okay.
PMC's retarded then. 'Cause
Hold on
I'm losing
here.
brain cells.
Let me. I'm still kind of confused on what happened, so I'm gonna ask. Is it okay if I ask like a few like little?
Yeah,
real
give
simple
me some
questions?
questions, please.
Who killed who?
Okay.
Beginning the whole problem.
Okay, so we're in a sniper fight. Here, one sec.
Kareem killed Phantom.
Okay.
Kareem killed a PMC.
Yeah,
at the
Kareem
front
bapped
gate
a PMC,
after-
which is what allowed me to just rush in the back. To be fair, I didn't even know there was a hostage, so I didn't negate one. To be fair, until I was actually in the bank.
I mean, couldn't you
I'm at
say that the
85%.
PMC didn't value the life of the hostage?
Dude, I'm at the back of the bank, and he went through the front.
No.
What do you mean?
The PMC didn't value
Yeah,
the
no,
life
I'm
of the
not
hostage.
commenting on the
Well-
PMC's actions. I'm commenting on my own.
Well, it also depends on the argument at that point of one, did the PMC shoot first, and two, how close can you get to the bank before that hostage's life is no longer valid?
But hold on, can I ask
Like,
Kareem?
is he in the walls? Is he in the bank? Is he 500
He's
feet
hugging the
outside
front
the
Sorry,
gate?
excuse me,
fully equipped gun.
gentlemen. Kareem, could you tell me, just honestly, or at least what you remember? Did you shoot the PMC or did he shoot you? Because I was from the back. I have no idea.
Okay, so I was pulling up with my armed truck, right?
Mhm.
And then I saw him. He pointed his gun at me, so I immediately got out of the truck. And so he's still like, so I kind of peeked around the corner. He's still pointing his gun at me. So I was like, this guy's gonna try and get in the bank. So I was like, "Skrrrah!" And then he started shooting back, and then I killed him.
Okay, so you did fire first, to clarify.
Yes, I
Okay.
killed him. I shot first at the PMC. Yeah.
You said the PMC was pointing a gun at you?
Yeah, he was going into the bank.
Yeah,
Like,
Wait, no,
that's
he
not
wait,
what
hold
I
on.
mean.
You said
edge
he
of
was going to the
wall.
bank, and then Ghost just said he was pointing a
Right
gun
on the
at you.
edge of the wall.
Was he going into the
Wh-
bank, or was he pointing a gun at you, or both?
Before I pulled up, he was going into the bank.
No, I know. You said
And
he was going into the bank. I heard that. But did he point a firearm at you?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify that.
Well,
Okay, cool.
In the
from
PMC
what I'm
right
seeing
now,
on the video that he put up, he's looking at a corner you would expect when somebody's going to come around with a gunfire or with a gun pointed at you. He's covering his corner, but he's running away. When Kareem starts shooting, he runs back to the vehicle for cover and returns
Okay.
fire.
I'll post another one because obviously I trimmed it too much.
I just uploaded my untrimmed video. It starts.
well, Nugget, hold on, Nugget. If the PMC was dumb enough to start that, then Blue 4 goes, oh, there's gunshots, then obviously in their mind negotiations are off because they think you shot a hostage.
No, but
right?
also not even in our
But-
mind negotiations are off. We weren't aware there was a hostage, and you'll hear that in our comms. It's not
okay,
a joke.
hold on.
Until I got into the bottom of the bank and said to them, "There's a hostage in here."
Okay,
They did
hold
not
on.
know.
It's not their fault. I mean, it's not the hostage taker's fault if you didn't see the chat, right?
I'm not saying it is. I'm just
That's
making
what
you
I'm
aware
saying. Going
of what.
off of, assuming you saw it, like in a perfect
Hey,
world.
Ghost, we have enough
What's
moderators in
up?
here. If you're going to be overly hostile and not really help, can you leave, please? Because you're not really helping the situation. You're kind of just picking on really random things that aren't. I'm just trying to arbitrate this and get this over with. So if we could get over that, like small details, that'd be great. Okay?
Is it okay if I like take the lead right now?
That'd be wonderful,
go
man.
ahead.
I appreciate it.
Change of view, because okay, so one person at a time. When Osama's talking, I don't want someone to butt in and add something. I want Osama to finish talking, and then once you're done talking, someone else can butt in. So Osama, what is your problem? What happened to you? All right, tell me what's wrong.
No problem at all. I'm just here to clarify everything and make sure everyone's aware that at least
Okay.
some standards of roleplay were upheld. So I have no
So
problem.
you're here for clarification.
Yeah, I'm the one being partially reported. At least I came here because I was the one who fired shots. So yeah, I'm here just help clarify what occurred.
Okay. And so who's having the problem right now? I mean, who's fighting Q right now? Because I know
believe it's
that
Cream and Nugget, or Cream
and
Nugget. Sorry.
Is that correct?
Cream, were you one of the people in the bank robbery? I'm like correct in saying that. I'm not. Like I think we were just talking about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're the person making the complaint, correct? He's just trying to. Jones is trying to be.
We both are.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So.
Right. So Kareem and Nugget, what is y'all's complaint?
They didn't value the life of the hostage. They didn't even care. They kind of just
Okay.
came in guns a-blazing.
So let's backtrack.
He didn't even care about the crossfire. Like I was
who are you
running right
playing
past
as?
the hostage.
Are you
Civilians.
you're playing as civilians, okay?
Yes.
Both of you.
Yes.
Okay. And you kidnapped somebody.
Yes.
Okay. Who did you kidnap? Hastings. Is that the only person you kidnapped? Bronson was also a civilian,
Yep.
and he was working with y'all.
Yes.
Okay. And so you two and Bronson kidnap Hastings. You bring Hastings to the bank,
Yes.
right? You then proceed to start robbing the bank, or you are just role-playing out a kidnapping situation at the bank?
We were robbing the
We
bank.
were robbing it.
And you were using the Hastings as like a reason for them not to shoot you.
Yeah.
Negotiations.
Negotiations.
We were
Okay.
expecting some good RP, but no.
Okay. And
Let's-
so you're robbing the bank, and I'm
Hey,
getting
videos
some
up.
messages.
Yeah, my video's up.
Yeah, I sent you the screenshot where I announced before anybody was killed.
We have a hostage.
That was in Global.
Bronson was killed by Stryker. Bronson disconnected. Okay. So, okay. And YouTube.
I have the other ones.
Alright.
When the first person was actually.
Okay. Here, let's see if the link didn't like.
Did that
it's
not work for
it
you?
wasn't like an active.
Wait,
It
what?
literally. Oh,
My
wait, are you talking
YouTube
about
video?
mine or
But-
his?
No. Okay. Here. Oh, this is.
I'll
nice.
put it in the staff chat too.
No, I see this now. All right.
Do you have mine,
So
Jones?
let's take a moment.
I
Yes,
watched-
I'm looking at
You
yours
can go to
right now.
340 on. The rest is just
So
Firefox.
Ho-Ho's Ho-Ho's video goes like about 4.5 minutes before and before everything starts. In either video that Kareem uploaded or Ho, I don't see anything about a hostage, so it's probably earlier. But as he's at the back gate and the walls to come up and talk or negotiate or whatever, the PMC is gunned down. At that point, the shooting's already started.
The PMC was not trying to negotiate. The PMC was
I'm-
sneaking.
We're
up
not
to
saying the
try and
PMC was trying to
Well,
negotiate. That's
the
not.
PMC, as far as sneaking up, was walking up to the front gate. Whether he's the negotiator or not, while cops are overwatching a bank and coming there, you gunned a man.
The point being is
no-
that whatever the
Yeah,
mishap may
but
have been,
for
a
all-
firefight started.
For all they know, he could be your hostage running away. He could be another civilian you murder. He could be the guy, your hostage that you're killing. The shooting started as they were coming up.
And then even with the hostage still there, you're saying that negates the hostage sitting at the front.
Once bang
that
bangs
just
go
voids his
off.
life.
Also, once a bang bang goes off, also I was in the bank once I realized there was a hostage in there. So it would have been different if bang bangs
And
went off.
so
and
when
we were
I
aware.
ran past the hostage, you just sprayed.
Yeah, exactly.
and almost
Yeah,
shot
when
the
you
hostage
if an
too.
armed man
didn't
rocks
care about the
past you, you think I'm
hostage
gonna go, oh, please don't shoot me, mister? Like, what do you want me to
Well, you
do?
shouldn't have been in there in the first
No,
place.
I
We
should
had
have
the
been.
hostage.
Shots were just fired, man.
You were in there before. You just admitted you were in there before.
No, I didn't. I have a
shots were
video of
fired.
exactly what occurred. You can hear the shots fired when I'm walking up. I didn't admit anything.
Behind the
I'm
bank.
watching.
He said he was behind the bank. Then you killed the PMC.
Give me a second here,
and then
because
he
I'm
entered the
watching this
bank and saw the
video
hostage.
and I'm trying to see. Okay, hold on.
I know I did nothing wrong. I'm just here so I can clarify it for you. If you want me to leave, I can. But you can see in my video exactly what I did.
Okay.
You're the one who killed me.
Yeah, I'm the one who babbed.
Here is what I see. All right, I just looked at this video from Ho Ho, which
Mhm.
is Osama,
Osama.
and I see is bank robbery notification goes off. Blue Force moving towards the bank. PMC gets shot. Kareem, you said that it was because he was threatening you, right? Kareem,
Well, yeah, he threatened my life. I thought he was gonna open up.
did he say anything?
I was too far to hear, and the vehicle was running.
Okay, so Phoenix, possible threatening.
To be fair,
But-
if the firearm was pointed at Kareem, he has every right to shoot the man because a gun
No,
pointed at
yeah.
you is a threat to your
But
life.
I'm still
so.
gonna put it down as possible.
Was the bang bang actually at your face, Kareem?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
pointing it
Okay,
at my
that's
truck and
fair to
back
shoot
my
a man.
truck up.
I'm
I
not
was
saying
like,
you
"What
weren't
the fuck?"
justified in shooting the PMC, but
Okay. When I'm looking at this video, I see Osama go inside the building. He's been in the building for a good minute and a half, and then I see we have a hostage. He's seen the hostage. He's seen the person in there, but then you guys say, I have a hostage. Nugget types it in, and I'm looking at this video, and that definitely came in way after he was already in the building. And so I see it completely legitimate for him to move into the building and start clearing it, because he hears gunshots, he sees a PMC die via the chat, and I mean, he thinks that people are dying at the bank. There's no chat that says we have a hostage before they get to the bank. Like the second that alarm goes off, y'all need to make sure you go like we
But
have
if
a
they
hostage.
see that there's a hostage in the bank, you think you
people had already been
out
murdered. So there
in the
was.
ghost-
What hope do I have that
How do
guy's
you
gonna
know
live?
people? How do you know someone was murdered? You
I
heard
just
shots.
heard gunshots. There's pretty easy to assume that when
Okay,
someone.
listen,
but
It's
listen,
a war.
listen.
Okay.
He heard.
Hold on.
Yeah, but you're claiming it's Pakistan now instead of dealing with the actual scenario. The scenario is he's at the border of the bank on the fence. The PMC is gunned down in front, without actually talking to him or dealing with anything. He comes in the back door, has already killed someone, sees a hostage, and now you're saying there's a hostage. Once he's already in there with a hand on the hostage, it's too late for him to back out.
Yeah,
Could
I
you
mean,
guys say
there's
you had
no
snipers?
negotiation at that point. I mean, how do you negotiate when you're not next to the hostage? You're not actively protecting your own hostage, and the police
He
are starting
died
to
right
clear
next to
the
the
bank.
hostage, didn't he?
Yes, I was gonna go in that back room to have my gun drawn on.
Okay, whether you're protecting him or
felt
not,
like-
that's different. You didn't announce it. There were gunshots at the front. I had a duty to protect life. Do you guys want to keep arbitrating this? Because that's Joe and Jones who have said that I'm in the right.
I'm gonna from my perspective after watching this video, I mean, I feel pretty clear that while you guys did try to role play it out, it's too late. That warning about the hostage is too late. There's the role play is too. You guys have already passed that point. You know, I mean.
Okay, but let's reference this to real life, right?
Hold on, wait,
So,
Kareem. If I may
okay.
say before that, I just want to.
No,
I'm sorry
I'm
how
gonna
the
go- I'm gonna
situation
go.
went. It's not fun.
Oh my
Like
God.
I'm not. I understand that. So at the end of the day, I realized it wasn't fun. I realized it wasn't good for you. But it's not unjustified for me to go protect life. There was no chance
a
for it to
question.
roleplay. I'd prefer to have roleplayed that. Yeah, what's good, sir?
Can I speak?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. Didn't you guys say you had snipers on the hill?
Yeah, they did.
Looking
We were
down.
fighting them. The other
How
units
did you
were
not
fighting
see
them.
the PMC get shot then?
What? We
There was
They
no
said you
snipers
snipers
on
on
the
the
hill.
hill.
Personally, wouldn't have seen it. Somebody would have.
There was no snipers on the hill.
Well,
we were fighting
Hold
other
on,
snipers
hold on.
then. There
There
were
was.
we
Hold
were
on.
fighting people actually.
Wait, they said they had snipers on the hill, and the PMC died in the front of the bank, so I can only assume that they saw it, right? Or were you guys not on the hill?
Well, the
What was
only
the
way
top
we
down?
know that the snipers saw it is if they're actively looking down their scope, and who knows if a tree's blocking it or if the building's blocking it, because they were right in that alley between the building and the bank when he got shot.
If you are on Sniper Hill and there's a tree blocking the very front of the bank, you are in the wrong spot.
Well, I'm not the sniper, so.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so can we get a whole
verdict?
verdict on this? Because this is
Are we-
extenuating.
And I don't care about this sniper. Okay, I mean.
It's irrelevant
what-
to
what
my
does that
action. I
have
think
to
we're
do
arbitrating my
with-
own action,
Yeah.
not the snipers.
The-
Do you think
He
you
was
would have
saying
taken
that
me out
they don't-
as I killed the PMC?
What?
Like I
No,
was.
I was
didn't
saying that they didn't know if they were shooting the hostage or not, but if they saw the PMC die, then they knew exactly who was getting shot,
Yeah.
and they
But
would have known
how-
it was self-defense.
How would they know? How would they know that they're shooting a hostage or not if that hasn't even
If
been
you s-
announced
I-
until a minute and
If
30
you just
minutes?
admitted
a
there's
minute.
snipers on the hill watching the front of the bank, then they know who just.
We're
got
talking
shot.
about
They
your
watched the
snipers,
PMC
not
okay,
die.
ours.
Okay, listen,
What?
listen. Now we're getting into this whole other bullshit. One, staff is arguing about a rule set here in a support room. One, a PMC looked at you. You were robbing a bank. He's walking up to a gate where there's a PMC or a cop.
I
Fine.
had full
If he
right to
pointed,
shoot him.
okay. You weren't in the bank robbing it. You were rolling up on him when he's at the gate with an armed truck. He
So what
turned
are
to see
you
who
trying
the
to say? I don't have.
No,
I'm not
what I'm
justified to
saying
shoot
is
him.
he's turning to see who is coming up on him with an armored truck. Doesn't mean he threatened your life.
Yes,
For
it
one,
does.
you weren't even in the robbery at that
Yes,
point.
I-
You were outside in an armored truck.
Two.
Gang
Watch the
initiation.
front of the-
Two.
Let
you're
him
in a
speak,
staff
Kareem.
initiation.
Can I speak? Two.
There's no need to yell though, Joe.
Two, you're in a staff channel with the other staff who happens to be your hostage, willing or otherwise. None of this looks good.
That's metagaming if they use it against them.
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, that doesn't even. You can't use that at all.
A
Well, we're-
hostage is supposed to be a hostage. If you roll up on me in an admin channel and say,
We're-
"Yo, be my hostage for the purpose of this,"
We're talking about that
Yeah, we
after the
would do
fact,
that.
Ghost,
doesn't
not during the
look
time.
good either. I'm just saying everything
There's
combined,
voluntary
along with the
hostages.
argument of having an issue of not knowing whether you're vindicated or it's RDM, and then continuing from there.
I had full right to shoot that PMC.
We're not debating. I'm not
'Cause
debating
he-
that at least. Okay, can we leave that
He
piece?
looked at you
Yeah.
Yes.
in your video. In your video,
We were
he
robbing
looks
a bank.
in
There is
your
a man-
video. He looks at you and is running away, looking at the corner you might come around as you open up on him. He's leaving. It's in your
Oh.
video. He's running away from you.
If
The way I saw that, he got cover behind his Humvee. In
No,
that-
he got
that
cover
red
behind a
hatchback.
Volkswagen. Yeah.
Okay, then he was running to get cover, not
He
running
goes
away.
back to the cover after you start shooting.
Okay, so at the end of the day, point being is that you blew your heist by shooting, and you blew your negotiations. That's your fault. You shot someone. You can't expect officers to negotiate when shots are fired. So that's there can't be any more debate on that. If you shoot bang bangs, officers aren't going to negotiate. That's just a fact. Can we agree on that fact?
I agree. I like that point. For me, at the end of the day, your Bubba definition of what I saw is that while the role play could have been good, you guys were past the point of role playing since cops were already responding to the bank robbery, and you had not announced you had a hostage once that bank robbery immediately started, and B, you shot somebody in the process of the bank robbery happening. Whether or not that I don't see the PMC as like, I mean, maybe Joe, you enjoy, having seeing if this PMC situation was problematic or not, but that happened, and for me, I'm okay with him feeling threatened, and but either way, somebody getting shot during a bank robbery, whether it's the bank, in front of the bank, anywhere around the bank while there's a robbery going on, for cops, that's that they're done. No more.
My argument to that,
I
and this
agree.
is an education thing. Show me in the rules written where it says if somebody looks at me because I have a gun
I
out
got
and they
you.
also have
I
one
got you.
drawn, that I can
I
gun
got
Hold
you
on,
down
before we
as a
litigate separate
civilian
points of it, Joe.
without
That's a
talking.
fair point.
Hold on.
Civil-
Before we go
Yeah.
sideways, can we just keep on the fact where it's
Exactly.
blue for neglectant with it? No one cares about
What?
the PMC. The PMC isn't the reason why we're here.
What? It's
Yes,
not me
he was
being
shot, but
negligent.
he was
What?
also threatening. No, not you. I'm
Okay,
talking
sorry.
about. It seems like the moderators are getting off track on this one.
Yeah, well, they're debating separate issues. There seems to be a bit of
No,
a fall off.
I
Yeah.
said I didn't care about like how
They're
the
trying
I'm
to
not
say that
speaking.
I
We're
was in
not
the
here.
wrong
Let's
for
just.
killing a
My whole
PMC,
issue
which
is
not the
I
issue.
wanted revived, and that was. I could care less. It becomes a training issue after this. It's still negligent on the Blue 4 part to not negotiate for the hostage that was there,
Hold
even
on.
when announced in global.
You'd be.
Even
Hold on. You'd be
Nugget,
correct
Nugget,
if we
you
actually.
announced in global a minute and 30 seconds after the bank robbery had already happened and Blue
Yes,
Ford
but
already
it was
moved
also
in.
announced before the first kill.
Ooh.
That is where it comes down to.
Go check
Ooh.
again.
Boom.
Let me go check.
And
At
I
the end of
have
the day, when
screenshots
bang.
for
Okay.
it.
Also, that's fine if it was announced. When bang bangs go off, negotiations are over.
If it was
Hold on.
announced before the
Look,
fact, you shouldn't have been in the
But
bank.
it wasn't. I wasn't in the bank
Can
before.
I?
Okay,
Can,
whatever.
the ruling from the two videos that we have is that it was announced after gunshots were fired and murdered a
It
man
was announced
outside.
after the bank robbery started, not after the firing happened.
Like I said, I never claimed impunity that I couldn't have missed a chat message, but at the end of the day, shots were fired, and I was not me who pushed in and caused those shots to be fired.
Okay, Nugget.
Yeah, it's big.
Nugget. I watched the video, and Phoenix was killed before you announced that you have a hostage in this video very clearly.
Yeah,
I had
there you
no
go.
knowledge that Phoenix was even here. I don't.
No, well,
That's the PMC you
was
killed.
the
That's the PMC.
He's the PMC.
I can't.
This is so. This okay,
PMC
guys.
not on
This is kind of
contract.
becoming
You're
ask and
welcome to
answer.
leave
You
this
guys didn't announce in
situation.
time. It went sideways on you. I'm not blaming this on Blue 4. This is not our fault. You got into a fight. That's how it happens if you shoot it when you're trying to negotiate. Should have had a better trigger finger in hopes that the PMC wouldn't engage you. Like, be more disciplined in the future. That's all I can say. It's hard.
I killed the PMC.
That's what I'm saying. Have a better trigger finger and don't pull it next time. It's not
Stop.
about killing them. That's all I could say for not. If you don't shoot, we wouldn't have rushed in.
Stop.
Okay.
You go here real quick, and we'll talk about it. Oh my god. Wait, what?
Just don't. I stopped talking. You can.
I want.
John, the end
Yes,
of the
what's going on?
thing is when, at what point, even if, right, the hostage negotiating, if they screwed up and they said it too late, the thing was, in real life, do you truly think that even if in any bank robbery, do you think they're really going to storm it just because one shot was fired?
No, there
Or
could
each
be
shot.
multiple hostages.
Yes,
Well,
if
this isn't
a bunch of
that.
shots are fired,
Stop.
yes, they're going to storm it if we're already.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
He just server
and
muted me, so he's just.
militarily and police. If I have a hostage and I start banging out shots and I kill a cop in front, I guarantee you they're
A
gonna
cop?
stop.
No cop was
An
killed.
individual. If you kill an individual in
Hold
front, forget
on,
about the word
listen.
usage.
Jesus Christ.
Not
Holy
to
fuck.
mention, he stormed through a back door that was unguarded when the shooting started in front.
Okay, I'm just trying to say one thing so we, at least Karam, Nugget, and Hastings aren't pissed when they don't get it across. Yeah? Okay. In real life, they don't move in without a plan, number one. They don't move in right at the start, number one, unless all hell is broken loose. I don't think one PMC dying is all hell broken loose.
We don't know if
He got
it's
too
one
close to the
PMC
bank,
yet.
so he shot him. Hold on. What do you mean?
We had
Look,
we had
here's
no
the
way of
thing.
knowing if it was a one PMC
They-
or if they were
dude, I
murdering all the
swear to God.
hostages.
Okay.
What? So he asked me what, and then I respond. Cool. Yeah, I'm done with this shit. This is fucking retarded.